Got a rather ominous message, Discord, about my disastrous project over here that I have done nothing with in forever. I really ought to work on this. I should try to get something done. Now the question is, we're getting some lag on the server, apparently. Nope, looks like a false alarm. It's all still shut off. Oh! Did Griff come in? Ah, sweet! I was worried it was a prank. That goes like... that goes off the lava. Okay. Rather circuitous route. How's that on? Oh, it slides into the slab. I get it, I get it, I get it. So we've got gunpowder, bones, arrows, rotten flesh, gunpowder, glowstone. Yeah, so essentially the things everyone needs, right? I think my entrance is going to be over here. Side. What's this? We have... that might be a slime chunk. He might have checked that out for me. So the way this thing works... let's throw something unimportant onto here. Right? So the point is the whole thing should only run if there's people here. Right? I think I've talked about this before. You have to stand here on a pressure plate for... the lag is already happening. I'm at 44. I'm getting slight lag spikes as all the water buckets fire. Oh, it is noticeable too. It is supposed to be kind of an AFK thing. And it works by... I should still have a hole in the floor here somewhere to go down. Yes, hey, where's my ladder? Over here. So if you just tuned in, this gigantic redstone monstrosity functions by... this dude here floats around in a circle. It's the best redstone clock ever made. So we only got like one moving part. He floats around here. He trips a tripwire. Right there. Which sends a signal for all the... it shuts a torch off for a second. Like this stuff is all on by default. And you notice how it flips a torch off. That torch runs up to these towers. Turns on a bunch of dispensers. I should still have one way into some of these places. Ever since the first one of these things I ever built, I tried to make sure to leave access. A servant's, not a servant's entrance. A maintenance entrance. I may not have done that here. It's been a month since I've been in my own build. Here. If it gets over there, it doesn't get me where I want. Oh, there we are, over there. I find these big redstone messes, you need to make sure you can check on what's going on. If you can't check on what's going on, you can't troubleshoot anything, right? I have failed at examining my own build. One of these ways is a way in. Give me a minute. While searching for a servant's entrance, somebody almost lost a shulker box. And some redstone got blown off. Oh wow, a lot of redstone got blown off. Took a whole pod offline. I'm gonna have to fix this. Still haven't figured out how to get into my own build. I know I've got a ladder around here somewhere. I have to. That gets me here. One of these has to get inside all this stuff. Anyway, yeah, Griff's got it all sorted out here. He's also got a bit of an issue with causing lighting updates every friggin' where. That's something we can solve with just a handful of pumpkins. So this sorts out to all that stuff, and then down there's all the other witch products that I kind of said I wanted, and he came through on. I just need to make sure that this is gonna... Lighting updates is something that kills redstone, right? Just makes redstone really hard to do, or not... Bad choice of words. Not hard to do, but hard on a server. Fortunately, I've bought a lot of pumpkins for all this stuff. I'll cover this off. Anyway, here, I have blocks and I have ladders. We will just bust into my build. In case I need to. So, yeah, ooh, that's a fall. That should have been lit up to start with. So in here, the redstone trips, there's dispensers and packed ice and gates and stuff. Any second now. Oh, you can see a creeper in right there, eh? And a damn bat. So any second now, this should fire. Any second now. There's a skelly. Why are you not working? The timer doesn't go off this long. Something's not working. What's supposed to happen is they flush off into here. They bounce up and down there. There's a pair of, there's 40-some minecarts down there. Oh, something tripped. No, that was the redstone. Why are you not working? I'm going to block this all back in again. Some redstone's been disconnected somewhere. What is wrong this time? You're on. Are you working? You're the one that got blown up, aren't you? That's still on. Something get crossed? Come out of there. Ugh. My build, this thing is so claustrophobic. I should have built up a little bit higher. But I didn't. I know that I'll recognize that for next time. You... You have a repeater there. So where is your input from? This thing worked fine, like the last time I looked at it. What's going on? Where does your input come from? Your input comes through here. I know why. I know why. I know why. Did all of this and just realized that my my shutoff has stopped working because the torch I threw up there despawned. The failsafe worked. failsafe has worked. It has done what it's supposed to. Let's go back up here. You're off. You have tripped. Alright, cool. Kind of screwed myself up on that one, didn't I? God, it's been so long since I've been in here. I just pounded back my breakfast. Sorry for a little burpee. Yeah, it's been so long since I've been here. I'm still not sure what to do. Oh, wow. Oh, that lag. Oh. That 30-some FPS. See, that's the kind of mob production it's supposed to have. Right? They fall in there, and then they push themselves into that. Like, just look at them. Look at how many mobs I'm getting. This was to, as I said before in a much earlier episode, was to completely overpower the amount of unlit caves everywhere else. Just had to absolutely brute force it. So that's running. These are all coming through. So this originally just kind of went up into a chest. It's all paying out to here. So as things fly by, these things are getting sorted out. Sticks and bottles and blah blah blah. Right? Shoots up, goes over there. It doesn't go through that part. There, it goes up there. And let's get back up here. Comes up into this system and collects here. So I don't remember. Oh no, let's see. What did we have before? No glowstone with that. We had what, 3 stacks of rotten flesh? I have to check the video. But it's working. The whole thing is working. If you're standing here on one of these pressure plates, right? You are 26 blocks away from every one of those banks, which means stuff has to spawn around you. Nothing can spawn in here. Plus, I've taken the liberty to either light up or otherwise render everything else unspawnable. That switch there sends everything up through a bunch of... I need to step away from this for a sec. Instead sends them up through there and back down again. Well, they show up here and usually don't die. There's enough room that you can swing at them and they can't see you. Although occasionally one skeleton will try to do it and then things go horribly, horribly awry. If you have something like a looting sword, or potentially and you, and potentially 2 looting swords, I should swap you out for that guy. Haven't named it yet. I built this one here for use at the Guardian farm. So if I go whack, a whole bunch of stuff dies. A whole bunch of drops are generated. You can hear that thing ticking away as the drops. There's a pair of hoppers under here. You can hear that thing ticking away. This is if you're so inclined to sit here and kill stuff. It's also not bad for XP. Unfortunately, the way the mob cap works, I think you only get about 70 some mobs here. I would, on the next iteration of the server, this entire monstrosity has essentially been rendered completely moot. Like the next, when we get a map reset, the spawn mechanics are being changed, mostly for the purposes of server performance. In that, tool crib away. In that, mobs will no longer spawn outside of 128 blocks of a player. what this means is that we won't have giant piles of mobs lingering in caves and basically taking up spawning spaces. They just won't spawn, and if a player moves outside of the radius, they'll despawn, which is going to help a lot. The next spawner I build will be a much simpler, easier thing to handle than this abomination ever was. That's a lot of drops going out there. Now I've flipped this back to no, I thought no, up should be auto kill. Nope, 1 click. There, so that should send them all back into the waiting arms of a whole bunch of minecarts. So I don't have to sit here and do this. If I do that, that'll run for 5 minutes while I'm not doing anything. The system, however, is actually still on due to down here. If I turn that off, now it's waiting entirely for that bone to despawn. With the idea being that it doesn't run constantly. Like if someone comes within range and this whole mess was on, they would just get a massive lag hit, and I'm trying to avoid that. But beyond that, it looks like this this installation is now fully functional and a force to be reckoned with. Now I know there are people with other things. We have I think Cortez or someone else has a creeper farm. I've been to it twice. I have no idea how it works. No idea whatsoever how it works. Mantis had a skelly grinder, but I think she's been a little occupied with other things. I'm actually going to full up on arrows here because my bow has mending and not affinity, and you can't do that. Thank you very much, Griff. Your service has been appreciated. I know that zombie flesh doesn't have a lot of uses. I think when it comes to compost, it will. Glowstone and redstone. We have at least one fully functional witch farm. So these are, it's like incidental drops, right? But beyond that, if you're at spawn, you're going to swing by, stand on the pressure plate, go grab a pop or something, come back, grab yourself some gunpowder. For those people who are so inclined as to wear a suicide vest, I mean an elytra. Ding, 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 ding. So I guess now all that's left is for me to hurry up and finish this thing before the map resets. Unfortunately, as I said before, I have no idea what I'm going to do at all. These walls are boring as heck. I have to tunnel out or build a way to get from the world tree to here, probably around here, so it interfaces okay with this. The walls are boring as heck. And I need to buy a bunch of glass from. It's going to be rather time consuming. We'll see if we have the time left to do it. Hopefully we will. Hopefully I get her done. And when we do, I'd be glad to finally finish one gigantic project on this server. Anyway, I will let you go and mess around with this a bit more, but I will see you in the future.